Hi, my name is Ellen Frost and I'm the owner of Local Color Flowers. Every arrangement, every bouquet we make has a story. From the farmers who grow the flowers to the people receiving the flowers and everything in between. Today is Thursday, August 8th, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the arrangement I'm making today. So this is going to be a sample arrangement for our Intro to Floral Design class tonight. This is a private class. It's a group of friends who usually go to the theater together, but this month there's no theater, so they are coming here to learn how to make flowers. I'm starting with foliage. We always start with foliage. So this is geranium, scented geranium from Butterbee Farm. It's one of my favorites. Oh, I forgot to put water in. I always fill my vase up about halfway before I get started. So this is scented geranium from Butterbee Farm. I love scented geranium both because it is really frilly and it takes up a lot of space in your arrangement, but also because it smells so good. I'm sorry you can't smell through a video, but it really does smell great. I always try to have some scented elements in our arrangements because part of what people love about flowers is smelling them. So I always want there to be some kind of scent enjoyment when people get their flowers. So I'm just filling the vase with geranium to give it a little bit of a base of foliage. The next thing I'm going to put in is mountain mint. This mountain mint is grown by Belvedere Farm. They're just about 15 miles up the road from us. Belvedere Farm was the first farm that we ever bought from 12 years ago. Well, one of the first farms. John McEwen at Locust Point was really the first. But when we started, we had 3 farmers that we bought from, Bill Harlan, John McEwen, and Mel Heath. So I'm adding the mountain mint again for smell, but also for a little bit of a different green and a little bit different texture. So the next thing I'm going to put in is some marigolds. I love marigolds. I know people think probably that they're common, or sometimes people think they smell bad, although I think they smell great. I love marigolds, especially in the summer and the fall. They add such great color and texture to arrangements. And of course they're orange, and orange is my favorite color. So these marigolds were just harvested today and delivered today by a Baltimore City farm called Strength to Love Farm. They are just, I don't know, 2 or 3 miles from here. And this is their first real year growing flowers and selling to florists. So we are excited, we're always excited to support Baltimore City farms. So I'm using some of these side shoots too with their little buds on them just to add some height and some texture. I know some people don't like the smell of marigolds. I really do like the smell. I remember when Maya Cossack was pregnant, she's a Baltimore City farmer, and she said she couldn't harvest marigolds because the smell just really put her over the edge. So anybody have any opinions about marigold smells? I'd love to hear them. All right, so I've got my marigolds in. Like I said, this is an intro class, so it's a pretty basic arrangement. People are just really learning how to clean flowers, how to figure out heights for their arrangements, the difference between focal flowers and line flowers and supporting flowers, things like that. So it's a pretty basic arrangement. The next thing I'm going to do is put in some dahlias. These dahlias are from Clear Ridge Nursery in Westminster, Maryland. We buy a lot of our dahlias from them. They just grow really beautiful, wonderful dahlias. They have been for 5 or 6 years. And this, I'm not sure this variety, Jessica could tell you. A lot of these varieties look very similar to me, and as you can see, I'm still tending towards the orange coral kind of color palette. All right, next I'm going to use some of this yellow celosia. This is also from Butterbee Farm. I've been really loving this like orange yellow coral combination this summer. I don't know why. I tend to like bright colored flowers more than neutrals or pastels. Not that I can't make those look ugly too, but I really, if I was gonna choose, I would sort of pick these really bright colors. So Butterby Farm, they're one of our main farmers that we buy from. Their farm is just about 15 miles from here in Pikesville, Maryland. So not a far drive. We get deliveries from them twice a week on Wednesdays and Fridays to make sure that we have the freshest blooms available. So yeah. We do compost all of our waste here. So all of our scraps go into these 55-gallon buckets and get composted at a local grocery store. So this last thing I'm gonna put in, I guess it's not the last. I'm gonna put in some of this blue status. This is also from Strength to Love Farm in Baltimore City. The color is really pretty. It's like blue, not purple. I know there is purple status, but this blue is really more blue than not. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this in here for some color and some texture, break up the oranges and corals and yellows a little bit. All right, next I'm gonna put in these super adorable little zinnias. These are Aztec Zinnias. For anyone who knows me, you know that I'm not like a huge fan of zinnias. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. I love how they look, but I feel like we don't do well with them in the cooler. I'm always afraid of them sort of dying or looking black or not looking good. And I know part of that is like, do they go in the cooler or not? So I tend to stay away from the Benari giants a lot, unless I need them for a wedding. In that case, you know, we use them quite frequently. But in just regular arrangements, I really prefer these little petite Aztec Zinnias. They're really cute. They've got like a ton of color in one little bloom. And those are also grown by Butterby Farm. So I'm excited tonight for the class because this group is a client that has been a client of ours for quite a while, and they come in frequently, and they love dahlias and they love flowers, and so they're inviting some of their friends to come with them this time, and I'm excited to have them see the shop and see the space and you know, just share with them sort of what we love about flowers and what we love about local flowers in particular. So this last little bit I'm putting in is some orange gomphrena, just for a little bit of fun. This is also from Strength to Love, harvested today, delivered today. Super cute, really long. I don't usually need them that long, but great that they are that long. We have some flexibility in what we use them for then. All right, so our arrangement's all done. You can see just like a little sample. I think it's gonna be great for what people are gonna do tonight for class, and happy to share this arrangement with you. Have a great day.